Hi, boys and girls. This is Mrs. Isabella. The other day we worked on our blends, and we're going to do some more our blends today. Some of the words that we worked on the other day had BR, CR, GR. We also did some PR words, the beginning of the word, TR words, and DR words. I remember that we went from drop to dress. So we're going to build new words today. The first word that I want to give you is a boy's name, and that boy's name is Brad. Brad. So because it's a boy's name, it's important. So we need an uppercase letter at the very beginning of the word. Brad. And then from Brad, at this time of year, a lot of people graduate from school. And so if you were to graduate from school, or like last year out of kindergarten, you became a grad. So what would you need to change to write the word grad? Let's see if you did the same thing I'm doing. Grad. So we had to change the B to G. And now we have the word grad. What if I gave you another word and the word is grab? Grab. What letter are you going to have to change? Let's see if you say the same thing as I do. Grab. Oh, do you notice something really interesting? The last word had a D in it, and sometimes we get mixed up. So, this is the way the D looks, and this is the way the B looks. Grab. What letter did you have to change? You had to change the D. And then we have this word in our story last week, and the word is gram. What are you going to need to change in this word to make it become gram? I'm going to change the B to gram. And now, gram, all of a sudden, if you know gram, you can figure out crab. Crab. What are you going to use for crab? You had to change, oh my gosh, 2 letters this time. You know why? Because there was a step in between that Mrs. Isabella missed. So she's going to be tricky because we had to change 2 letters. So that told me I left out a word to make it easier, because the whole idea is to change just 1 letter. So if you know gram, let's see if you can write the word pram. So with gram, and then you change it to pram, you only need to change the G. But then if I go from cram to grab, oh my gosh, you still have to change 2 letters. You have to change the P and the B, M. From crab, we are going to write the word crib. Crib. What letter do you think you need to change to write the word crib? I'm going to give you a little bit of time here, and let's see if you can write the word crib. So we only needed to change 1 letter. crib. So we have to change the A to an I, and we make the word crib. If you know crib, the next word that you're going to build is grit. Like if you go outside and you get grit on your hands, you have to come in and wash it off. Grit. So that is going to be a GR word. And what letter did you change? You went from crib, changed the B to a T, and the C to a G. Grit. If you know grit, you probably can very quickly figure out grip. What is the rest of it? I only had to change what? One letter. So I went from grit to grip. And if you know grip, you know trip. What letter are you going to have to change? Did you change the same letter as I did? You changed the G to a T. So now we're going to do a little story, and we're going to underline the R blend words. So as I go along reading it, you read with me and you tell me when to stop and underline an R blend words, an R blend word. In grad school, I cram for tests. Now, what are the R blend words in that sentence? Tell me when to stop. Should I stop here? Grad, G-R-A-D. In grad school, I cram for tests. Do you see any other R blend words? Oh, right, I almost missed it. Cram. Now, in the next sentence, I'm going to read it, and you think in your brain where I should stop and find the R blend words. I walk up the stairs to get to my classroom. I walk up the stairs to get to my classroom. Are there any R blend words? I walk up the stairs to get to my classroom. I don't see any R blend words. That's rather interesting. But I do see, I don't know, we did L blends last week, but we're working on R blends. Let's read the next sentence. I grip the railing so I do not trip. So are there any words there that I need to underline? You tell me when to stop. I grip the railing so I do not trip. I have a pet crab. What word has an R blend in it? Oh, if you said crab, you are correct. I have a pet crab. I named him Grit. Oh, let's read that again. You tell me when to stop so I can underline the R blend word. I named him, right, Grit. He likes to grab my hand. So what word are we going to color in because it's an R blend word? He likes to grab my hand. You think grab is an R blend word? I think you're right. He eats a gram of crab food. Tell me when to stop. He eats a gram, GR blend, of crab food. Crab food. Crab. I made him a crib to play in. Let's find an R blend word. I made him a crib to play in. You think this has an R blend in it? I do too. So I'm going to what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to show you this story about Brad and grit. I am Brad. In grad school, I cram for tests. I have to go to the class to take tests. I walk up the stairs to get to my classroom. I grip the railing so I don't trip. I don't like to take tests. I have a pet crab. I named him Grit. I like to play with Grit. He likes to grab my hand. He eats a gram of crab food each day. I made him a crib to play in. This had quite a few R blend words. So I'm going to take the time and I'm going to circle them and we'll talk about them one more time before we go. So when you are done, I hope that you have your piece of paper and if you need to go back and do the activity again, because Mrs. Isabella completely forgot to say, get your paper out so that you can build words. So, you might have to watch this one more time so that you can go and make the words again. Look how many GR blend words there are. I am Brad in grad school. I cram for tests. I have to go to class to take tests. I walk up the stairs to get to my classroom. I grip the railing so I don't trip. I don't like to take tests. I have a pet crab. I named him Grit. I like to play with Grit. He likes to grab my hand. He eats a gram of crab food each day. I made him a crib to play in. So until next week, boys and girls, when you go back, if you forgot to take a piece of paper out, go back and watch the video and build the words like I did at the very beginning. Till next week, see you again.